What a insane and crazy day for the market today. In this video, I want to take a look at the daily analysis. At market open, we gapped up and we had a very nice run up, and right when we hit the level of resistance that we have been talking about on for days and now weeks, right when we hit that level of resistance, we had a massive sell to the downside. In this video, I want to take a look at the daily analysis and give you guys updates on that. Subscribe with notifications on. We only have 3 more days to hit 5,000 subscribers, so make sure to hit the subscribe button with notifications on. Now let's take a look at SPY. Okay, we've been talking about the 459 level for days and weeks now. And right when we hit that level, take a look at that massive rejection that we got. On top of that, we gapped up at open. We had a massive gap to the upside. So the only thing we really had was pressure to the downside because we gapped up so much. So taking a look at open, we gapped up over 0.8%, and then we were up over 0.8% when we hit the level of resistance. So if we take a look at the daily time frame now, we did have this ascending triangle. We broke out, we hit the level of resistance that we talked about in our yesterday's video. So we hit that price target, but now the support that we are looking at has turned into this consolidation period. So we now have this setup on SPY on the daily time frame. So we are sitting at a level of support, as I alerted and I made a tweet on Twitter. So this is a very nice area for calls if you got in calls, because we are sitting in at a very nice level of support with that pressure to the downside and this massive red candle. The chances of us being green tomorrow are a lot higher, especially since we are at this level of support. One thing that I'm looking at and concerned about is the RSI. So RSI is an indicator that tells us if a stock is overbought or oversold. And we're kind of hitting the peak, and we have this trend to the downside for the RSI, so that is a concerning factor. But the case is really simple. If we want to be bullish, we want to hold the 452 level. Okay, we need to hold this level at 452 for it to be bullish, and below this area we are bearish to the downside, especially with this gap to the downside. So that is what we are taking a look at for the SPY. We have this nice consolidation period for SPY. We're at a nice level of support, and then we have this level of resistance, which is our level of resistance. Now, one thing I want to also take a look at is QQQ. And QQQ also looks very interesting, and now has really the same setup as SPY, where we are consolidating off of this level of support at 375. So we have this nice consolidation period, and then we also have a nice gap to the downside right here. But for both SPY and for both QQQ, we are sitting at a massive level of support, and we need to hold this level of support. And this is really just a bullish area right now. Okay, we're bullish here. If we are going down below, and if we break that, that is a bearish scenario. So we really need to hold these levels for SPY and the QQQ, or else it is going to look not good. Okay, it's not going to look good for SPY and QQQ if they do not hold these levels. So oil stocks, so we have XLE. Quick update on oil stocks. We have a nice ascending triangle set up on XLE on the daily time frame, kind of like we did for SPY, but we're still holding our 1 month out contracts on oil. And then we have CVX, which is got below the level of resistance. So one thing that I'm watching right now is how we close on on the weekly time frame. So how we close on Friday is going to determine if we're going to be bullish or bearish for August, okay, for the month of August, and especially if we take a look at the monthly time frame. Okay, the monthly time frame closes in 3 days, so it really depends on how we close, especially on the weekly time frame for oil, because if we take a look at all of these setups, if we close above the level of resistance on the monthly time frame with a nice bullish candle, that is going to tell us a lot, especially since it'll be on the monthly time frame. So that is what I'm really watching. So the next 2 days, we have to really watch what happens for the markets and how we close, because today is Thursday, so we only have 1 day. To see on how we close. So tomorrow we have to be really bullish, especially for oil. So other than that, really same thing with all of the other shares play. We're in that danger zone for Snow and Autodesk. We're still holding our target shares. We're pretty much just consolidating, but pretty much it doesn't look good right now. And especially for our shares play, we can average down on the level of support. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tomorrow is going to be a very interesting day to see what happens and how we react based off the level of support. I love this setup. It does look bullish, so let's see what happens, but we just need to hold this level of support, because or else things can really go to the downside if we start breaking this level of support. Subscribe with notifications on, and see you guys tomorrow.